There's been a rise in hate crimes and racist attacks against Asian Americans since the coronavirus began.
And now a lot of people in the community are fighting back. Here's CBS 2's Cindy Hsu.
This tech CEO caught on camera harassing an Asian American family at a restaurant.
An Asian piece of shit.
Oh my God.
In Texas, a hate crime attack left a man and his 2-year-old son slashed across the face. In Brooklyn, a man poured acid on an Asian American woman. There have been more than 2,000 reported hate crime incidents against Asian Americans since the pandemic started. But community activist Shirley Ng says many Asians, especially older immigrants, won't report bias attacks.
Back in the homeland, they felt like they couldn't make an impact in their government. So, again, they carried it over here.
So she and the group Concerned Asian American Citizens of New York launched a Stop the Hate campaign, designing this poster in several languages, explaining how to report an attack.
We are making this movement to get Asian Americans to be courageous and fearless to report the crime to local authorities. If you aren't able to, or you're afraid to, grab a friend or relative to go with you.
The group also invited people to write messages against racism on the posters and sent them to the White House.
Asians are not a virus. Stop the hate. You know, we are not the cause, and don't judge us by our skin. Just because we don't look like you, we are Americans, just all the same.
Volunteers in the area also formed a group called Chinatown Block Watch. Members patrol the streets looking to protect residents. They came together months ago, dressed in bright orange, trying to protect businesses from looting and neighbors from racial bias attacks.
Pretty much everybody on the Block Watch knows somebody who has experienced some kind of racial abuse. Some people have been spit on. Just kind of racial bullying passing by on the streets.
They hit the streets 3 times a week, checking in on local businesses and making sure the most vulnerable in the neighborhood, seniors and children, are safe. Every time there's another bias attack, it hits hard.
You feel very powerless. You know what I mean? You want somebody to, to say something. You want it to change, but at least, people will see something that we're doing to protect ourselves, and I think that's very powerful.
And the volunteers plan to keep empowering the community. In Chinatown, Cindy Hsu, CBS 2 News.
And the Stop the Hate campaign is holding a march this Saturday from Columbus Park on Mulberry Street to Washington Square Park. They're hoping supporters from all neighborhoods will join them.